These two quarterbacks have both turned in MVP caliber seasons. Trent, how special is this Super Bowl matchup at the quarterback position?
I think we couldn't ask for a better matchup than these two quarterbacks. And you mentioned the fact that they both had MVP caliber types of seasons. And when you look at what we're going to start, for me, I'm going to start with Tom Brady, just out of the respect of the fact, the career that he's had, the Super Bowls that he's won. But when you think about the fact that if he wins another Super Bowl, he's going to be the winningest Super Bowl quarterback of all time. If he wins the MVP, he's going to have 4 MVPs in the Super Bowl, something that's unprecedented and nobody else has ever done. So when you're talking about history in the making, this is an opportunity for Tom Brady to do something very, very special when he can establish that. And then you look at Matt Ryan and what he's been able to do throughout this entire season, the fact that he can build to those Hall of Fame credentials that I think he's putting together. In the 9 years that he's been in the league, you look at over 37,000 yards, over 240 touchdown passes. You're starting to establish yourself. If you win a Super Bowl and you have that as part of your resume as a quarterback, that's the thing that's the biggest thing on a quarterback's resume, trying to get in the Hall of Fame. And then you add the numbers to it, he could put himself in position to wear a jacket one day.
Yeah, I think the exciting thing, Trent, combined when you look at each of these guys individually, is look at them collectively, together. These two guys are Pro Football Focus's #1 and #2 ranked quarterbacks on the season. All right, you combine their two quarterback rankings, the percentage they rank the quarterbacks by, it is the highest in the history of the Super Bowl by far. 114.9 is their combined quarterback rating. The second best in the history of the NFL was Peyton Manning and Russell Wilson just a couple years back. More than 5 points behind the combination of these two. So these two guys at the top of their game, leading high-powered offenses. The quarterbacks are in complete control. Both of them having arguably their best seasons ever. And Tom Brady at 39, that says an awful lot. But Matt Ryan, as you stated so well, Trent, really been building to this point. He's got his first opportunity. It is going to be a shootout. It is going to be a lot of fun. And you couldn't ask for more if you like studying quarterbacks.
These smiles on their faces are just amazing as they talk about these quarterbacks. And Trent, one of the things I think is pretty special about both of these guys, the way they get everybody involved. If you take away one weapon, a new hero emerges. That as a quarterback, I mean, that's a pretty special trait.
Well, and you talk about the potential, or Steve talked about the potential for this to be a shootout. That's because you don't have enough defenders to cover all the weapons that both of these quarterbacks have at the disposal. And that's why they've been able to put together MVP caliber types of seasons, is because they're so good at spreading the football around. Look at Matty Ice in the postseason, how he spread the football around. We know about Julio Jones. We've talked about Mohamed Sanu and Taylor Gabriel. They're both explosive and can get the ball down the field. And then you have Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman in the backfield. So finding ways to spread the football around is something that Matty Ice did very well. And then with Tom Brady, only Julian Edelman had a 1,000-yard season during the regular season. He spreads that football around to so many different receivers. 7 different receivers had 3 or more touchdowns. So that's what makes these quarterbacks so special. Not just the people they have around them and the way they're able to distribute the football. It's understanding what it takes to beat the other team and having the matchup ability to find those guys and take advantage of that matchup.